Horn relinquished his WBO welterweight title following a ninth-round stoppage against his American opponent in Las Vegas on Sunday AEST. Crawford was clinical and Horn was unable to repeat his 2017 heroics when he famously defeated Manny Pacquiao in Brisbane, although Horn's camp complained the stoppage came too soon, arguing the 30-year-old had more gas in the tank and was primed for a late assault. Nobody could argue Crawford was a deserved winner. Before the fight, Team Horn took issue at being forced to train in a dilapidated gym without air conditioning, but they have no one else to blame for a costly mistake that put the fighter on the ropes before he even got inside the ring. Glenn Rushton revealed his star student only brought one pair of shoes with him to Las Vegas, which posed a problem. Horn forgot his training shoes and was forced to break in a new pair of Nikes in the States, which gave him painful blisters on his feet and prevented him from moving freely. It sounds like excuses, but unfortunately he got really bad blisters over here. Rushton told RSN Radio on Tuesday he made a mistake and he only packed one pair of shoes, so he was a pair short. He forgot his training shoes, so his dad went out and bought him a new pair of Nikes here, but they just gave him horrendous blisters. 2 days before the fight, I was up squeezing huge amounts of liquid out of these blisters on his feet just so he could move, because he could hardly move for the last 4 or 5 days. Out here, just intense pain, so it was very frustrating, but it's one of those things, a mistake on Jeff's part not to bring that second pair of shoes across. Horn needed everything to go perfectly if he was to stand a chance of upsetting the man widely regarded as the best pound-for-pound boxer on the planet, but it wasn't to be. His preparation was stilted, and even during the fight Rushton complained about being shafted by some sneaky tactics from the hosts. Lots of little things on the night went against us. They forced us over here for some insane reason to sit about 2 meters away from the ring on a very low stool. Rushton said, "That was frustrating because in every other fight with Jeff I've always been able to sit on the steps where I can just scream single words. That really helps Jeff tremendously. It's like we stay in communication throughout the fight. That was taken away from us, so I felt that broke our really important connection that we have, even getting in the ring between rounds." The representative for the commission was insistent on bullying his way ahead of us, so we were losing valuable seconds getting into the ring. There were a lot of little things that came out of left field, but Rushton acknowledged he couldn't blame the unexpected surprises for the defeat, saying Horn was off his game just enough to give Crawford the upper hand. He wasn't at all tired in the 9th round. The only look I kept seeing on his face was he was frustrated. He was just frustrated, Rushton said. I was trying to work out why he was a bit off, and he said, "I just feel off." He wasn't as quick and deceptive as he normally is. He's normally very quick to feint, really explosive, and he just was that little bit short coming in. He normally gets in there faster, and if he got in there faster he would have hit him and put more pressure on him and knocked him off balance, and it could have changed everything. Crawford wasn't dominating Jeff, but just landing the crisper, cleaner shots to keep stealing those rounds. Horn is off to Canada for a holiday with his family, but talk has already turned to who he will fight next. Anthony Mundine's name has been tossed up as a possibility, but Horn's camp has openly mocked the thought of a matchup with 43-year-old. Horn's promoter Dean Lonergan was scathing of the idea, declaring the fight would be as appealing as vomit. "It appeals to me like 6 cups of warm sick," promoter Dean Lonergan told the Herald-Sun. "Quite seriously, there are great fights to be had over here in the welterweight division." Bob Arum has said that Jeff would go well against the other welterweights out there. The reality is Terence Crawford is one of boxing greats, as good or better than Sugar Ray Leonard. According to Arum, it actually makes Jeff's performance all the better. So a Mundine fight would be a step back in credibility. Tell Mundine the fight won't happen. There is no way I'm going to let Mundine run the promotion, because at the end of the day I'm the one paying the bills. Mundine has recently being talking about racism in the media and how Horn gets all the support in media. Please, I have heard nothing but what a good bloke he is, but as soon as you put a microphone in front of him, all this garbage comes out.